First of 9 at Eagle Farm, and they're locked and loaded. Red light on for the benchmark 90, set to break. Racing now. They jumped in a good line. Hard to pick an early leader. Simbu off the rails began well, but Party for Two will go by and lead. Party for Two in front. Mr. Galazi second. Simbu follows the leader in third. Bundina back to fourth. Then Frilled and Kabling settles last of the six. 700 left to Rana. Party for Two after, well, not a brilliant start, but a reasonable start, finds the lead. Mr. Galazi, though, keeping her honest, trailing by a neck on the outsider. Bundina's in a great stalking spot in third, but peels 3 wide at the turn. Simbu, it follows Party for Two and needs some room to move. Needs a rails run probably. Then to the outside, Kabling and Frilled. Fully homeward bound with 300 left to run. Party for Two in front. Mr. Galazi grinding away on the outside. Bundina trying to come after the pair. Simbu, it's now under pressure. Wider was Frilled and Kabling can't go on. Party for Two is trying to grip on with 100 metres left to go. On the outside, running on strongly is Frilled. It's a Party for Two in front. Hanging on. Party for Two just beat home Frilled and Simbu third. Mr. Galazi. Bundina was disappointing and beat only the roughie to the line, Kabling.
All right, David, number 3, Party for Two, has just lasted. Frilled, the Sydney visitor, did loom a big chance 100 out, but it was a perfect ride by Emily Lang, who got the timing absolutely spot on. I thought she might have let her roll a little bit, but that might have been detrimental. She got it absolutely 10 out of 10 on Party for Two, who hasn't won for a long, long time, but back to 1,000 metres. Good draw. She might have been on the back foot at the start because she didn't ping like she usually does, but she does have high pace, and she was able to establish the lead, held together, a strong kick, and she didn't go for a fully until they got to about the 100-metre mark. Frill got pretty close. Simbu was closer today, right on the leader's hammer, and we'll get that third spot over Mr. Galazzi, and then the favourite Bundina. Couldn't really offer any excuses for him, Bernie. So it's been a while for Party for Two. Tony has only recently had her in his stables. The last victory was March of 24 when she won that dual race at the Coast.
That's right. Matt Hoysted obviously doing a wonderful job. Damien Batters, I think, started with this girl, did a wonderful job. Tony Gollan and Craig Kavanagh carry on the wonderful job. We're going to have a chat with Craig now, and obviously it's nice to see this girl back in winning form.
Yeah, it is. Bernie, what she showed before she come to us, and from when she was with Damien and then when she was with Maddie, it's good to see her back here winning today.
She's such a neat little racehorse, isn't she?
Yeah, she played it very, very good today, and sort of out the back there, she was more settled than she was the other day, and which is good to see, and she raced accordingly.
By her terms, it wasn't a brilliant beginning today.
No, it'll be interesting to find out off Emily what happened there. She's usually bringing it out of the gates, so be interested to see what Emily's got to say.
I mean, it really doesn't take much not to be brilliant out of the gates. It's a shift of weight, perhaps onto a back foot. It's such a minimal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, like sort of I was very surprised where she came out where she did, but anyway, we'll find out, and she's got the victory today, and the winners can have a drink in the winners' room, and we go from there.
Is it a party for more than two?
Oh, there's a couple of nice ones in today, so hopefully things go all right.
The party I'm talking about, Cav. The party.
Yeah, sorry,
Post-race party.
There's a few there that'll have a drink, I think.
Good on you, Cav. All right. There he is, Craig Kavanagh. We'll have a chat with Emily Lang now just after she weighs in. This girl carried a neat 54 kilos here today with Emily Lang. She must be 55. You must be running out of claim. How many have you got left?
Yeah, I've got 7 left, unfortunately, and I'm trying to hold on to them as much as I can.
Well, that'll be a nice sort of gambling act for you.
Yeah, no, she was great today, and I've been absolutely busting to ride this girl race day, and I had a little talk to Nikita yesterday about her, and it's just that little bit more special to win on her.
Yeah, she'd obviously taken nice improvement from what was a hard task first up in a better race, 3 wide. Today you were always going to find the fence. We were a little bit concerned about how sort of soft she came away today for her.
Yeah, she didn't jump the best from the barriers, but she's so quick to muster. I don't think it really took anything away from her, and she was able to get there and have a couple of cheap sectionals on the bridle before she had the last little dash.
Do you think at this stage of her career 1,000 is better for her than 1,200?
Yeah, I think just her racing pattern, when she sort of finds that fence and can get into that nice rhythm, I think 1,000 is her trademark.
Well done.
Thank you.
There she is, Emily Lang, Tony Gollan. They take out the first with Party for Two, 57.87. 33.65. So that was a very good effort by the second horse, Frilled. Back in third, Simbu, who was sort of locked up for most of the straight. Not sure what he would have done, if anything, had he got out, but and Mr. Galazzi looks like holds on for third. 3, 4, 7 and 5. That's it for the first of 9 here today.
Heavily backed Impervious. Racing. A bad start from our mate Lockie, came out 3 or 4 behind them. Foreign Press didn't. It flew out at barrier rides and leads from Statement of Truth. Impervious 3 wide in the early stages. Whispering Rogue 4th away, settling behind the lead trio. 2 to Miss Adrift, then Pink Vixen Profoundly. And after the ordinary getaway, our mate Lockie is last of all. Down the side, 800 metres left to run. The Gollum pair are 1-2. It's Foreign Press in front controlling, and Impervious having to sit outside of it, trailing by 3/4 of a length. Statement of Truth racing fiercely in third. Fourth the inside was Miss Adrift, then Whispering Rogue, Pink Vixen Profoundly, and our mate Lockie. That's the order as they make the turn. 500 left to run. Foreign Press tried to lead all the way, but Impervious is now breathing right down her neck on turning. Then came Miss Adrift's Statement of Truth. Whispering Rogue starts to warm to the task, and Pink Vixen is trying to run on down the outside. Impervious and Foreign Press still battling it out. Whispering Rogue about a length behind them, still running on. Pink Vixen not doing enough, and Miss Adrift is trying to push through. Foreign Press won't be done with totally. Impervious on the outside is trying ever so hard. They're going head and head. Impervious now might have the lead. Impervious from Foreign Press, I think, just in a photo. 4-way go for third. From right to left, Profoundly, Miss Adrift, Statement of Truth, and Whispering Rogue. Pink Vixen didn't come on, and out at the tail was our mate Lockie.
So the Golden runners have fought it out, and the better back to the 2 late. Impervious has got up and worried Foreign Press out of it. They settled 1-2. Foreign Press had led from Impervious, and they were put to the sword shortly after turning. And on the outside, Ange Jones getting Impervious home. She did win at the first start. Good first up, a little bit unlucky behind Foreign Press, but she squares the ledger today with her, and we're just waiting on third. Whispering Rogue is just there, but there's a couple of others. Statement of Truth, I think, coming through. So we'll just wait for that third spot. Maybe number 1 on the outside. Yes, and then Statement of Truth 6 back in 4th spot. I think Miss Adrift hesitated there, and our mate Lockie missed the kick badly. He didn't really recover, but Miss Adrift managed to get up into a handy position, Bernie. But it was the Golden fillies. They were having a seesaw battle in the market, but the best back runner of the 2 gets the cash.
Yeah, that's right, Maxie. The punters certainly got it right. Actually, there's quite a drift off the fence by these 2 girls late, wasn't there? I guess more so the second horse pushing Impervious out, but they're really not much splits, these girls, Cav. I mean, turnabout when they meet each other, who wins? I surmise not much splits them at home as well.
No, Bernie, not much. These 2 girls are very competitive little girls, and there's not much between them at home. Very nice fillies. It was a good watching two head and head down the straight there. And there was the other little filly, as you say, she just rolled out that fraction, and the other filly got the best of her on the line.
Obviously, they met last start over the 1,000. It was a reverse result. Impervious was a little bit unlucky. I love the work, the sort of the race demeanour of Impervious. She's very serious. She was up on her toes today like a boxer in the ring.
Yeah, out the back there, Bernie, I was waiting for her to lose every shoe. And she was skidding around everywhere. But you could say she was a touch unlucky last start.
Yes.
It was no fault of Emily's, but she was a touch unlucky. But it's good to see both girls come out today and perform the way they did. And
They both took a hike in the handicaps too.
yeah, both of them. Well, she went up 6 kilos. The one that runs second. The other one, I think she went up about 5 kilos. So yeah, they definitely took a hike in the weight. But they were both game, and it's good to see. And there'll be a couple of sets of happy owners here.
Indeed, well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat with Ange Jones now. And she's a pocket rocket, this one, isn't she?
She is. She was really good today, and she actually looks like she's got improvement to come still. So very exciting, and nice to see her do everything just how we wanted. Probably a little bit worried she might get a bit keen without cover, but she dropped the bit straight away, which was beautiful to see, and she's just doing everything right.
Yeah, and perhaps just the stronger of the two at 1200, do you think?
Yeah, I could sort of see that CJ's mount was just rushing a little bit in the early stages, so I felt I was always going to have the better of it late. And to its credit, though, Foreign Press did really kick back strongly, but I think I just had a little bit more up my sleeve coming to the line.
Well done, a great ride.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, our premier jockey, Ange Jones, and she takes out the second on the well-backed Impervious, beating the stablemate Foreign Press. Whispering Rogue, the colt, back in third, and fourth went to Statement of Truth, who did a lot wrong today, over-raced. I think keep a lookout for him, in starts to come. 1:11.30 over and 35.56.
Pair at $7. Now, I'd say they're just about all in. They are, and they're off. No delay. Canberra Legend, bit of the Blarney towards the inside began. Well, the Irish is showing speed with Guarded Optimist as they try to sort their positions out. Celestial Fury just behind that bunch, but it's wide. Going up near the inside was Aldenari as they go to the first turn, then Core, followed by Old Song, Backlit Beauty, the Grey Mistress of Illusion in the second half of the field, outside of Acadian Emperor. Then came Artful Girl, Twigman, and Bengal Boy, a last time winner here, has settled in last position. Working up the side, 1700 left to run, and the two favourites, Bit of the Blarney and the Irish, settle in the front 1-2. Canberra Legend, who's been spec'd, is in third, and Guarded Optimist, fourth the outside. Next pair, Aldenari, racing inside of Celestial Fury and Backlit Beauty. A roughie caught 3 wide around Core and Old Song, travelling inside that pair. 2 to Mistress of Illusion outside of Acadian Emperor. 2.5 to Twigman on the inside of Artful Girl. And Bengal Boy last, I'd estimate 12 off the lead. Along the back straight now towards the 1200. If anything, this pair might be going a touch keenly in front and a fair way from home. Bit of the Blarney on the inside, being pressured to some degree by the Irish. There was about a long neck in it. Meanwhile, Canberra Legend just bowls along in third and Guarded Optimist in fourth. Next pair, Aldenari inside of Celestial Fury. There's a little change to the order in the mid stages. Backlit Beauty continues to travel on a 3-wide course around Core and Old Song. Then Mistress of Illusion, Acadian Emperor, Artful Girl, Twigman, and Bengal Boy is going to have to come from last if he's to win. Down the side, 700 left to run, and there's still 1-2 on the inside. Bit of the Blarney trying to lead all of the way, with the Irish sticking on gamely. Now Canberra Legend pushing out from behind that pair, moves up 3-1 to the approach to the turn. That put Guarded Optimist up 4 wide. Just behind them, Aldenari sneaking inside runs. Celestial Fury poised behind the leading bunch. Old Song was next, and then came Core, followed by at the head of the others, Backlit Beauty and Mistress of Illusion. Bit of the Blarney is gone. Put up the white flag. On the outside, Celestial Fury comes after the Irish. Aldenari up to third. Canberra Legend and Guarded Optimist is whacking away, but now breaking clear. Celestial Fury over the last 100 metres, pulling away from its rivals. It's as day to day. Celestial Fury shoots to the line, beats home the Irish or Acadian Emperor, doing its best work late. Then Aldenari, Artful Girl passing a few, followed by Canberra Legend, Guarded Optimist. Then came Backlit Beauty, Old Song, Twigman, Mistress of Illusion. Well back was Bengal Boy. Bit of the Blarney, he didn't cop the pressure. He folded up and beat one to the line, which was Core.
Yes, it was run at a pretty good gallop for 2,200 metres, and that certainly suited a horse like Celestial Fury, who put the writing on the wall last start behind Bengal Boy when making up significant progress, but he strikes the lead fairly early today, coupled behind the saddle by Ange Jones, and he's pulled away to score the easiest of wins. Second and third is close. I tell you what, Acadian Emperor didn't have much luck up the running, and he's done best of the rest, and it looks like he'll get that second spot. We'll just wait to confirm that. As we see here, keep an eye on him back there in the Zaki colours, the blue sleeves and cap. There's not much room for him. Arcadian Emperor. I know he had to add a light weight, but he's had a bit of a checkered passage in the straight. But today, Bernie, it's all about Celestial Fury. Rob Heathcote's had him for a little while now. He's been most consistent without winning, but today he's given them a galloping lesson.
Alrighty, thanks very much, Maxie. Out the front here now, waiting for perhaps Rob Heathcote or Jared Coetzee. Looks like it's going to be Rob here today. This is marvellous for the horse. There was a bit of specking for him. A double-figure odds here today, so there was confidence around Rob. Well done.
There was a little, thanks, Bernie. Gee, that last run of his was pretty weird, wasn't it? He wouldn't travel for most of the race, and then he picked the bridle up at the 600 and ran a really good closing sectional. Because she can ride this Ange Jones, hey? I mean, she just put the horse in the perfect position, got it travelling, moved at the right time. You know, she just, I'll give her a lot of credit for it. But no, well done to the owners. You had faith in sending the horse up, and he showed today that, yeah, there's a good few wins in this horse.
Yeah, and it's nice now that he ticks off this distance of 2,200. As you know, week in, week out, they can differ pretty much. And sometimes it's good to have a stayer ready to win at this time of year.
Well, he came to us mid-prep, and it's always hard for any trainer to do that. And I said to the guys, let's pop him out. And he's come back and got the job done. So, yeah, no, and he's got pedigree to stay all day, so he'll go.
All right, enjoy the win.
Go on, you burn.
There is winning trainer Rob Heathcote doing a superb job with this fellow here, Celestial Fury, who was pretty good at Doomben 3 starts ago and then didn't really appreciate that heavy 8 at his next go. And then you heard from Rob what a lovely race he ran last start. And as I say, a little bit of confidence around for him, sort of 18s at one stage into as low as I think 13s at one point. Let's have a chat with our Premier Jockey, Ange Jones. Just sort of rolls off the tongue now, doesn't it, Premier Jockey?
Sounds good, I don't mind it.
It does sound good, and what a ride that was.
Thank you. No, I had the horse today, and it was a good run last start, but it was a little bit hidden because it didn't travel for some reason today. For whatever reason it didn't do that today, and it picked up the bridle nicely. And I never had that winning feeling on it, but when the run sort of came and we were able to keep our momentum, he was really nice and strong late.
And it ended up a very convincing win.
It did. I felt like we were going quite slowly across the line, but nothing was making ground on us.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Ange Jones at her brilliant best yet again here today. That's a double, nice and early, 12, 15, 9 and 8, 2, 18, 46.
Starter Shane Lister picks up the button, turns on the light. They're set for the 4th. Ready to break. Favourite drawn barrier 2. And they're racing. Beresca began as well as anything. Queen of the Miles got speed, and Tijuana two-step driving between the pair. Tranquil Bay came out running, but as 4 wide as it pushes on into the first bend, settling just behind them was Just Precious. Now, Gospel Girl obviously not well served at the start. Many think of her as the leader, but she's in the middle of the field and caught a bit deep. Try everything inside that pair, and a few away the tail end pair, Disney Castle and Tara Jasmine. Down the side, 700 left to run. Tranquil Bay crossed to the rail, leads Queen of the Mile by a head. Racing third, Beresca. She's in the box seat today. They're followed then by Tijuana two-step and Gospel Girl. Exposed 3 and 4 wide, no cover. Just Precious lurking behind that leading division. Just looking for room to move and try and thread the needle. And the last trio, Try Everything, Disney Castle and Tara Jasmine. In the home straight, Tranquil Bay immediately under pressure. Beresca's got the run in the centre. Then Queen of the Mile, Just Precious, is barging into the clear. And Gospel Girl, despite a wide run, down the outside. Do or die time for Beresca. It's the leader. Gospel Girl singing on gamely. Just Precious coming through in the centre. A big finish coming up. Gospel Girl, though, wide and all too good. Gospel Girl, 3 to Golland. From either Just Precious or Beresca, had her chance, the fave. Then came Tijuana two-step, Tranquil Bay, Disney Castle, Tara Jasmine, Try Everything, and Queen of the Mile weakening to be last.
Well, she's in great form, Gospel Girl. Things didn't quite work out for her today like they did last start. She's had to work, but she's finished strongly on the outside, giving Emily Lang a double. Just Precious charging through in the middle. She had a bit of a wide trip early. She was back in an awkward spot. Really tried hard to reel in Gospel Girl late. Whacking away on the inside there, Bereska. Every possible Bereska. She had a chance there and could only manage third as the heavily back favourite. And then Disney Castle, number 7, looks like she's picked up 4th placing. Queen of the Mile outside the leader. First horse gone at the top of the straight. And this is where the favourite Bereska goes through along the inside. But then we can see Just Precious coming through, and then on the outside, it's all about the eventual winner here. She's far too good for them, Gospel Girl. It's a 4th victory at start number 13. Bernie, she's really got to act together this preparation.
She does, Maxie, because pretty much anything that could go wrong went wrong for her then, as far as, covering ground on a wing, 3 wide, 4 wide before the turn. But it was just a matter of Emily sort of keeping her as balanced as she could and just letting her do the rest. And Cav, that's what she did. She kept sticking that head out.
Oh, that was a hard watch, Bernie. I'm pleased she won because I was waiting for the phone to ring.
And you were thinking, what am I going to say to Tony?
I don't know. Didn't know whether to just not answer it if he had a rung or not. But anyway, it was a good win. This mare, sort of when she won a maiden, there was always thoughts, could she go on? Could she win a Saturday race? Well, now she's put 2 of them together. The mare's going very, very well.
And she went up 5 kilos today as well.
Yeah, it was a big jump in weights for the little girl, and she with the ground she covered, and she showed a lot of grit, and it was a good win.
She's sort of been an unassuming type to get to a 2-time city winner, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, when she was a little one, she used to, she had all head and no body, but now she's got a body to go with a head, so which is good. So
she's grown up.
Yeah, all grown up. Yeah, matured they call it.
That's it. Well done.
Thank you.
Bit like Cav, matured. All right, 3 beats 8, 11 and 7, 34.26, a total of 110.96. All righty, let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Emily Lang. A nice double on the board for you. And gosh, I bet you were just glad to get to that winning post.
Yeah, Tranquil Bay just about did a U-turn on top of us out the barriers, and I tell you what, I had a little shiver down my spine in the run thinking she's been working so well, this horse, and you could just tell that she'd come on from last start, and I just thought she was probably one of my better chances today, but I think she showed a whole lot of grit today to get the job done.
She did. I wondered what happened at the start, so Tranquil Bay barged into you.
Yeah, it just sort of stepped in on top of us and just shot us straight out the back, and I thought, my one instruction was just to ride her the same as last start. So good horses once again get you out of bad things, and it was just lucky I had a good one underneath me today.
No, well, you're right, good horses do, but I'm going to give you credit here because you didn't go zipping around the field. You just, sort of thought, well, I'll just take my medicine, let her find her feet and create a balanced but wide run.
Yeah, no, Robbie Fraud's been helping me a lot, obviously, the past 16 months or so with my riding, and he's a big sort of push for, especially being on these big tracks like Eagle Farm. If you things don't go to plan, just try and sort of get them back on the bridle and get them to travel into that straight.
Well done.
Thanks, Bernie.
Moves in to the outside gate. The field's right to go. A field of 12. Light on. Racing. A couple came away ordinarily, including Zaher and also Simply Amazing. Raises out wide with no speed at all, is coasting across. Premise trying to go with it in the early stages. You and I third away, and Zaher is fourth, and right behind them is More Love, the second favourite in fifth position. Then came Rashford, Simply Amazing, Trevinson, Notes, Make a Call, Zaher and Classic Gallas last. They go through the first 400 metres, and now Raises occupies the front running position and leads Premise by about a length and a quarter. You and I one away in third. More Love a length back in fourth. One Simply Amazing, Wundu Zahair in midfield. Then came Rashford outside of Notes. Just behind that pair was Trevinson. Make a Call third last of the midway point. Prado on its inside, and the Ruffy Classic Gal last around 10 off the lead. 700 metres left to run. Razors is getting a good run in the middle part. He's cruising. He leads Premise by a length, and You and I in third. More Love. She's ready to strike in fourth. Close enough if good enough. Next pair, Zahair racing outside of Simply Amazing. 3 pairs back on the fence, then Rashford. Notes, Make a Call begins a run. Prado sticking to the fence, and Trevinson and Classic Gal with the last pair. Down below the 400 metres, and Razors led the way. Thompson happy to ride hands and heels for the moment. From Premise in second, then You and I. Simply Amazing, More Love. Zahair's out wider, and Make a Call was even deeper. Razors in front, but he's under pressure. Simply Amazing loomed ominously. Zahair's out wide. Make a Call on Trevinson down the outside. Razors is gone with 50 metres left to go. Trevinson wide out wide has run home too well and scored. Trevinson from either on the inside, Simply Amazing or Zahair. Not certain about fourth. More Love was there. Rashford not too far away with Make a Call. Then Prado, Notes. Razors folded up over the last part and only been a few to the line, including Premise, Classic Gal and You and I.
Well, first up from a spell, sailing home down the outside, number 11, Trevinson, at around about $41. The starting price is finished under the grandstand arches here, going by Zahair and towards the inside, Simply Amazing. So that's been a tidy performance to win. First up since around about the 19th of June. Over the 1,600 metres. So only start number 13 today, third victory, and has been able to get up and score. Razors seem to be cruising in front there, but has come under pressure fairly quickly, hard up against the inside. There was no show from Prado. Simply Amazing had a lovely trip, and she picked up nicely, looked a winning hope, and then to the outside of the picture we see Zahair, and the widest runner, Trevinson, finishing best. There are the placings. 11, Trevinson the winner, ridden by Olivia Webb. That'll be a big thrill for Olivia. And Shane Morphy, the winning trainer. Shane was struggling a little bit with the strapping duties today, Bertie, but he'd be on cloud 9 after that.
He is absolutely over the moon here. Tears of joy, Shane Morphy. What a comeback this has been. And here in a Metropolitan Saturday race, congratulations.
9 years I was tired.
Yes.
And back with 2. And they're both good, handy horses. He's a handy horse, this horse.
Yeah.
He's just got to get away from the wet tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you liked him a little bit today. Did you have something on him?
Bloody oath I did. I love the odds, you know that.
Be a nice Chinese dinner tonight, I'm thinking.
Yeah. He'll go home now to Kerry Taplin's spelling place at Yandoona till Tuesday. Then he'll come back and get ready. A fortnight's time, there's 1,800 at the Sunshine Coast.
Fantastic.
Can't beat him here, they won't beat him there.
Well, you wouldn't think so, Shane. So you're, if you don't mind me saying, you're 80 now and last December and training 2 horses and loving it.
Yeah, love it. Something to do.
Something to do.
Yeah. I can get out of bed, not laying there waiting to die.
That's it. We love your work. Well done.
Okay, thanks, love.
All right, let's have a chat to our winning jockey, Olivia Webb. And Olivia, I am assuming this is your first Eagle Farm winner?
Yeah, it's my first town winner.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, what a day to do it on. Obviously, very exciting milestone in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big thrill.
Riding for Shane Morphy, do you ride this horse work at all?
No, I picked it up actually on Tuesday after I galloped it, and it's got a right form. It's ran some great places in town and won last start at Kilcoy, so I thought it was a good chance.
He was of the opinion the dry track would help it?
Yeah, absolutely. We were a bit worried at the start of the week when we got all that rain that it was going to be either a 7 or on the heavy side, but it's dried out actually really nice.
And what about you? Where are you originally from?
I'm actually from Brisbane. I've done some trips to Toowoomba and been an apprentice up there, but now I'm back down here and based at the sunny coast.
And who are you apprentice to?
I'm on loan to Jack Bruce at the moment.
It's a great stable to be involved with.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stable.
Well done. Enjoy the win.
Thanks so much.
They've moved up smartly for the sixth of the day. Red light on and racing. The favourite Battleton came away last. Apart from that, it was a perfect line out. And there's the expected leader, Uzziah. This will be the one showing speed and without revenge right up in the thick of things, third away. Northern Decree is striding to fourth. They're followed by Chrysaor. Kabosh couldn't use barrier one to any significant advantage. He's drifted back along the rail, battled alongside of him, and the well-backed Encoder settles last of the 8. They've travelled through the first 400 metres, and this will be the one who works his way to the lead. From Northern Decree coming across to be second, and Uzziah over the 1600, drops into third, takes the sit and gets the box seat. 3/4 to Without Revenge in fourth. Next pair with the stablemates. Kabosh over on the inside of Chrysaor, and keeping company at the tail end, 2 in market runners, Encoder and Battleton. They race in dead set pairs at the halfway mark. 6 lengths span them. This will be the one, and Northern Decree, they're the lead pair. There's only a neck in it. Without Revenge trailing a length and a half back third, and Uzziah under a good hold in fourth. Chrysaor in fifth, and then came Kabosh. Encoder, he's on the move now as they approach the turn, and the favourite Battleton is Stowmotherless last, 6 to 7 off the lead. Wheeling for home, 450 left to run. Northern Decree going to the centre part of the track, led narrowly from This Will Be the One. Kabosh getting up on the inside where there's ample room. Uzziah's running a race as well. Then Without Revenge, Chrysaor. Encoder right down the outside. Battleton making some ground. They're spread across the track. Northern Decree out wide might have it. Encoder's coming strongly now. 50 to go. Encoder on the outside, reaching the lead, appreciating the dry track. Encoder back in the winner's stall. Beat Northern Decree, Kabosh and Battleton. Then came Without Revenge. Uzziah couldn't come on with Chrysaor, and this will be the one out towards the tail.
Well, Encoder storming on the outside there for Lee and Michael Freeman. We've got to give Lee a bit of credit here as well. Jace McMurray bringing him down the outside, 6:20 and 2:10 over Northern Decree. They made their runs together wide out. Kabosh has kicked back along the rails there to get that third spot, and then Battleton. It was all ugly for Battleton and took him a long time to get into gear, but the last 100 he's rattled, but really no chance of winning. And Encoder coming out of an encouraging first up run, went tempo against, but Find Him a Light okay, but he's hooked him widest turning into the straight, Encoder, and he's managed to get up and score his 5th victory at start 28. He's been a real money spinner for his connections, this fellow, with prize money. Gee, before today, he'd won $1.1 million. We saw Lee and Joe a little bit earlier, Bernie, didn't we? And he said, make sure you put Encoder in the quaddie today.
Yes, he did. He was quietly confident that he was going to run well. And we did discuss that he really just needed to repeat his run in the Brisbane Handicap here behind Tenzing a few starts ago. So let's have a chat with, I'm going to say, winning trainer Lee Freedman. I know it's in Michael's name, but he's been one of yours since the beginning. He's won over $1 million. Welcome back to the winner's stall.
Yeah, he pinched him off me.
He did. He necked you.
No, we were pretty confident today. I think the race set up really well. There was good speed on, and the run on track really cemented it for me. I said to Jace, I don't care how wide you get out, right out past the centre and come home. Look, he's on good tracks. He's got great form, this horse. Yeah.
Let's face it, over his time, because of his consistency, he's often been crucified with weight.
Yeah, that's true. But I think more so than anything, Bernie, he's a horse that's struck a lot of wet tracks in his life, and we've just had to soldier on. That's why I pulled up stakes during the winter, because I said, well, he's just wasting our time here. And anyway, look, he's back in form. We can have a look at some races down south for him and that.
Hasn't David had fun with his crew of owners with this horse?
They're a great crew, actually. They've had to put up with a lot of bad tracks and bad runs and that, but I did tip it to him today and said, well, I think he's our best chance today. Yeah.
And you were right. Well done.
Thank you. Right for once.
For once, please. Yeah, fabulous fun having Lee up here, of course, on his own for a few years now, in charge of the brothers team. So we'll get our thoughts from stable apprentice Jace McMurray. He's just giving the owners a rundown. Let's have a look at the time. 1:35.2, home in 35.52. Great effort by Northern Decree. Also with a very lightweight on his back here today, running a nice second. The topic of Bosch's field third, and in fourth you've got the favourite Battleton. But yeah, good effort because they look to have it quite cosy up the front end and well ridden. Jace, obviously nice to be riding another winner for the Freedman team.
Yeah, thank you. They've been great support. It was great to sort of get a winner for the Gold Coast stable up here. Full credit to him and how the horse let down. We had the perfect run and
Yeah, nice job. Down to that 55 kilos today really makes these races winnable for this horse, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He was just sort of looking for a dry track.
Yeah.
His last start was great. He was running through the line and I was confident coming here today. So he's in for a very good prep.
Yeah, well done.
Sweet, thank you.
All right, there he is, winning jockey Jace McMurray and Team Freedman. They take out the 6th here with Encoder.
All set. They're off. Getty moves on the inside and just flying the first 2 to go. Speed from Barras in, point counterpoint rolling forward, as is Abiba, but they're running it steadily through the first 200 metres as Just Flying now finds the front of the rail. Drifting back to be in midfield, Yeti moves, followed then by Kettle Hill. A few lengths away to Flash Hour, and Half Listening drops out to be last. Down the back straight, a shuffling speed, 1400 left to run. Favourite in control, Just Flying. From on the outside, Habiba, and he's making a move on Kettle Hill with the blinkers on today, going up to test Just Flying for the front. So Habiba drops back, takes the sit in third. 2.5 away fourth, Barras in over on the inside of Point Counterpoint. About 3 to Yeti moves, 1 to Flash Hour and 1 to Half Listening. At the tail end, 8 to 9 off the lead. Heading into the far bend with 1,000 metres left to go, and Kettle Hill now whipped away and led by almost 3 lengths. Just Flying's in the slipstream second. He's going to secure the box seat run now in the middle part. 2 to Abiba in a good third, 2 to Point Counterpoint. Outside of Barras in, 5th on the fence. Then about 3 to Yeti moves inside of Half Listening, and Flash Hour, the outside of the field, is last of all. Kettle Hill runs into the genuine tempo, 6.50 left to run, the margin 2.5. Just Flying in second, just biding its time, about to come after the leader now. Habiba popping away from the rail, putting Point Counterpoint wider. Barras in 5th to the rail around the turn as the field becomes more compact. Then Yeti moves, Half Listening with a lightweight to the outside, tries to put in a claim. They get away from Flash Hour. Kettle Hill headed off by Just Flying in turn. Habiba came in it strongly and poked ahead in front, but Just Flying's in for the fight, and they're going head and head. Habiba and Just Flying, and Half Listening running on with relish. Just Flying the inside, Habiba, then Half Listening up to third. Just Flying still in front. Half Listening's coming now. Just Flying the leader. I'd say hung on Just Flying from Half Listening and Habiba in a keenly contested finish. Behind them, fourth, not certain. Barras in prominent, not far away, Kettle Hill. Then Yeti moves, Point Counterpoint, and Flash Hour was last over the line.
All right, we're waiting for the result. 6, Just Flying, who sat off the pace today, has got up to score. Half Listening, out of his class with the lightweight, is really challenged on the line there. And Habiba looked a winning chance. She just looked better today with her action. Head not as high as usual, and she has been beaten around about a half a length at the end, but as they drive to the line there, Just Flying has got up to score. Rob Heathcote and Ange Jones, and Ange getting a double for Rob today. Celestial Fury a little earlier, so she'll be right up there on top of Rob's jockey list at the moment as we have a look at the head-on vision. Kettle Hill had led and then started to weaken out of it. Barazan, he sort of was coming through in the middle, maybe out sprinted a little bit. Habiba hits the lead, but Just Flying rallies hard. We've seen him do this at his past 2 starts, Bernie, but he hasn't been able to get there. But today, slightly further trip, he's got there just enough to swear by.
Yeah, he was great, wasn't he? And just another great ride by Ange Jones as well. And yeah, look, he is a star turn, and today was his first go at 1,800 metres. And, he's out of a Casino Prince mare, so luckily for him, that stamina really clocked in today. And obviously, Ange got to a great spot, was then led by Kettle Hill, but fought back really bravely. So Rob Heathcote coming now. Well done, another winner.
Near and dear friends of mine, the People's family, we just beat them into second place, so I went to them first. So well done, Ollie, and Louie. But really happy for the Just Flying owners. Had no luck last start, a lot of pressure up front, and still had the temerity to run third. But Ange, doesn't she rate them super? I mean,
golden hand.
The horse was beaten, but she kept enough in the tank. And I said to Ange going out, the horse's number one quality is his desire to want to hit the line, and he showed that today.
I feel like his mother's side, that Casino Prince sort of stamina, kicked in at the 1800 today.
I said to the guys about the 1800, it was a query, but, he's bred to get the trip, and he did today.
Brilliant work, well done.
Thanks, mate.
All right, there he is, winning trainer Rob Heathcote, doing a superb job. Just because she's right here, well done.
Thank you. He was super. The one thing Rob said before I got on him is he's a tough bugger, and that he is.
Yeah, just kept digging deep. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Ange Jones, a double for her. Oh, it could be 3 for her today, is it? I'll have to go back and add up. 6 beats 10, 9 and 4. 152, 19, 35.
1,400 metres ahead of them. The red light turned on. Cadall drawn down low as well behaved. Boom shot alongside of it. They're racing now. And Deep Focus came out badly at the start. He missed it by 3 or 4 lengths. On the other hand, showing good early speed as expected was Divine Gem. Formal Display well away. Goes to second and Cadall third. Boom Shot fourth. The Catchers fifth. Then Expected, followed by Larrikin Rogue. Lavoni drifting well back in the field. Then Lay Down Lily. And Deep Focus, who knew nothing about it at the get-go. He's tacked on, but he's last 10 off the lead. Into the first bend, Divine Gem slows him down. Leads Formal Display. Sitting quietly in second. The Catch third. And he's off the track. Cadall getting a tidy run. Fourth the rail and Boom Shot just behind them as they went below the 800 metres. Then came Lavoni in midfield, followed by Expected. Larrikin Rogue would like a bit more speed on. They're really bunched up now. Deep Focus is just behind them. He's second last, but he's only 4 to 5 off the lead, and Lay Down Lily out to the tail. Coming to the turn, the consistent Divine Gem, the leader, into the straight. Formal Display on the outside, drawing alongside now. The Catch has always been deep. Then came Cadall, Boom Shotter. Expected, Larrikin Rogue trying to push into the clear, and he's doing so. Push Lavoni out of the way. Deep Focus a long way back with work to do. Then Lay Down Lily. Formal Display on the outside, got the upper hand, and one is a sprint home from Divine Gem. Larrikin Rogue is running on well as well. The leader is Formal Display. Larrikin Rogue is trying hard. Formal Display's in front, getting close to home. Had one! Formal Display beat Larrikin Rogue, Divine Gem, and Expected. Then came Boom Shot, Cadall, Lay Down Lily, followed by Lavoni. Deep Focus never in it, and the Catch was last over the line.
Well, a nice confident ride there by the Irishman Martin Harley on the British-bred galloper Formal Display, who did his early racing in Ireland. Nicely out of the gates, up running second. He had him on a nice rein. Took him a while to go for him. And a while it took to shake off Divine Gem, and then all of a sudden, Larrikin Rogue appeared at the 200. He looked dangerous. He's just run out of time, Larrikin Rogue, but Formal Display, having his first start in Australia, has been able to get up and score. We heard Tim before from Tab saying they hadn't stopped backing this fellow since first markets went up around about lunchtime on Wednesday. And it's at this point now that Martin presses the button. He's first up, Bernie, for 11 months. So it's been a tidy performance, and I think Triple Crown have got a nice horse to go on with from now.
Yeah, very tidy performance, Maxie. There's always going to be improvement to come from this horse. We've liked his 2 trials. Here's Todd Pollard to have a word with him now. I bet you were thrilled when he arrived.
Yeah, for sure. He just came up from Sydney, so we haven't had to do too much with him. But look, he's a nice horse. He started up probably over the odds when the odds came out on Wednesday, and the money certainly come from him. I think the team were pretty confident that he could come up here and run well today, because his form's good, but his trials were also good when he's actually come down under. So he trialled up well in good company at the last trial, and that was on heavy ground, so he didn't look to love that. And when you get him on top of the ground today, he'd definitely appreciate it, and it's certainly what he's come up here for too. So, they had races in mind from down in Sydney. Unfortunately, it's too wet down there, so I guess it's our, we're lucky.
Our gain.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a really stylish looking horse. You mentioned that good form he comes here with. What sort of targets has he been purchased for, do you think?
Well, I'm not sure. I guess they just want to go through the grades somewhat. He can hopefully have a few more wins in him before they try and look at anything too lofty. But look, he's a nice horse, and he's by Too Darn Hot, who's a very good stallion. Triple Crown, they've become big supporters of Annabelle and Robs, and it's great to get winners for them because they're a great company, great team to work with. They've certainly got a few horses with us now, and good to see them get a winner with an overseas import.
And nice to see you employing the Irishman here today as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we didn't actually have a third rider in the race, and so Martin picked it up. He's just come back from a big holiday, but he rode the horse well. He looked at his form, he knew what he was capable of doing, put him in the right spot. He's a horse that likes to run along a bit, free in his action, and he got the job done for us.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Todd Pollard, 6'11", 18 and 5, 34.44, a total of 123.43. All righty, let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Martin Harley, now, and really nice to see you riding for the Archibald stable.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I think the reason they gave me this ride because he's come out of Ireland, this horse, so I think it was a good combination, but no, nice horse, good performance. He obviously brought him over here from Gerald Lyons. He had a win at Gorham Park on one of the premier tracks back in Ireland, and he's impressive, so I expected that performance from him today. And he travelled down, he overdone a little bit early stages in the race, but as a bit fresh, and he's in the right hand, he'll improve a lot from that run today.
Yeah, I think so, even though he'd be well conditioned obviously to come here, but it just still looks like he's going to come on nicely.
Absolutely, but Annabelle, she doesn't need any, she'll be okay, she's in the right hand.
Well done.
Thank you.
All set. Hasten Delight just moved. Racing Brisbane. About to explode, made a good start to the inside. Star Ambition and Russian Sub showing their natural speed. Coming across Hasten Delight and Flying Destiny. Right up there early was Keep Safe as they drive into the first bend. And Zelgaria not too far away. Followed then by Mintarkalad. He's midfield and a bit deep. A few lengths away, Mob Buster. Then 3 to Bonded Affair. There's Shellstein spotting the favourite. About 5th last, but getting him 1 to 2 off the rail. And the last trio, Deferential, Viminelli and Don Pedro. 700 left to run. Russian Sub, Hasten Delight. Flying Destiny off the track, and Star Ambition coiled right up there in 4th. Zelgaria, Botone's not too far away, about to explode 7th or 8th of the turn. Then Mintarkalad. This is travelling to the picture well, Shellstein. It's got cover now, peeling beyond the centre of the track and about to put in its run. Let's see what this heavily backed favourite can do. Meanwhile, Star Ambition sees the gap, went to the lead, about to explode after it gamely. Then Hasten Delight, followed by Flying Destiny. Shellstein down the outside, about to explode. Star Ambition there to the inside. Shellstein running on, but about to explode. It's got to catch it. About to explode is well clear, and about to explode. One the last. Look at Viminelli screaming home for second, and third over the line. It's a photo, maybe Mob Buster at cricket score odds. Shellstein just peaking late, Deferential out wider. They're followed by Bonded Affair, Zelgaria, Don Pedro. Star Ambition got a stitch late. Then Flying Destiny, Hasten Delight, Keep Safe, Mintarkalad, Botones, and out towards the tail was Russian Sub.
Number 14 is the winner of the last, About to Explode, for Ben Thompson. Trained by Tony Gollan, he was excellent first up when he had to come around the entire field, but today he had barrier 1 and he was dictated to. I think Ben probably wanted to get away from the inside, but he had no choice. He made all of the right moves. Look at Viminelli charging to the line at his first start since a gelding operation. That is attacking the line. Mark a big ring around him for next time. And third, I think David mentioned Mob Buster, Shellstein on the outside as well. Charge of a Light Brigade, but we're looking towards the inside, the black covers with the pink cap. It's at this point he puts his stamp on the race. About to Explode starts to whip up along the inside. Viminelli following him through. So one of the better back runners in the last has been able to score.
Yeah, he was fantastic. So sharp today. This is a horse that's just really continued to get better with age. What about the run of Viminelli as a gelding? Wow, we'll be looking for him next start. Cav joins us for a chat. That was a brilliant win.
Yeah, Benny come out with a plan, and Tony had a plan from Melbourne, and they put their heads together, and it worked to fruition.
You had a lot of plans in your head.
Well, it's a rather large head and it can absorb a bit. But,
lucky.
Yeah, it was a good win. He's been promising to do this for a long time, and his run the other day was real good. Bad alley the other day, had to go back. Today, drawing the one alley can be more positive. Riding ball closer, and Benny done the rest.
Certainly did, and he's just been a bit of a late maturer, you would say, this fellow.
Yeah, he's been one of them horses. He's had a few little issues with black eyes, and he's had various things go wrong. Had an issue in a truck and laid on the bitumen one day on the crossing here at Eagle Farm and done a bit of damage to himself. He's slowly but surely learning the what goes on at the stables, and he's always been able to gallop, which is one thing. And today he's brought it to Eagle Farm.
You've had a good day at the office?
Yeah, not very often do you get the chance to have 4 winners on the day, but I'd just like to send out a big thank you to the staff. Without the guys we got working for us, we can't do this, and well done to all the owners we got.
Indeed. Well said. Good on you, Cav.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, stable foreman for trainer Tony Gollan. Craig Kavanagh has been busy on the microphone today. 14 beats 1, 13 and 17. Alrighty, let's have a chat to our winning jockey here for the last race, about to explode, ridden by Ben Thompson, and explode he did.
Yeah, he's very well named, Bernie. He's putting together a good record. He comes out of, probably been highlighted a bit today, the race behind Gospel Gal here a fortnight ago. There's been Larrikin Road come out and run a good second in the previous, Gospel Gal win again, and our guy. So it's been a good form race. He's got a good record second up, and he looked poised to really run well from a kind alley today, so it worked out a treat.
You look pretty confident throughout the run?
For sure. Just saying to Craig Kavanagh, unsaddling the horse, that he jumped away beautifully. All we drew barrier 1 had to be realistic that midfield was probably going to be where he was comfortable. To be up travelling comfortable, third pair, following the horse of Edmonds, which was always going to give me a really good cart, it filled me with confidence. I think, God, I'm travelling sweet here. He's going to take something pretty good to beat him. And it was a really nice win. So I'm sure it's the start early in what's going to be a good prep.
Well done.
Thanks, Bernie.